Uh, we have Diana Acheng, who is my elder sister. Kindly stand up. Diana Acheng is a nurse in the USA. We have myself, who is the second born after Diana. I work with NITA Uganda, that's the National IT Authority. They'll come to stand with us here. Kindly stand up and wave. NITA Uganda, thank you very much. They'll come all the way from Kampala to condole with us. We also have Harold Adio, Didi, General. So Didi is in this final year of economics in Scotland. We have Ezra Awudu Zedekiah. Ezra is in the second year of art, is doing art. Is one of the, our most creative family member. We have Karen Dorothy Oulanyah, most elegant of all. She's in Form 4. She's almost done. She wants to be a pediatrician. We have Christian Okori, who is here with me here. Christian is very eloquent. I think you can tell from all the children. Once they speak, you won't doubt the DNA results. Allow me to welcome Atim. Atim has a brief message. Then Didi will have a brief message. Then I will close. Thank you.
Hello everyone. All protocols observed because of time. Thank you all for coming, and thank you to everyone who has been with us the past 3 weeks. They have been difficult, but you've strengthened us as a family and as a country. Most people will know Jacob Oulanyah, the politician, but today I want to shine light on Jacob Oulanyah, the father. He was a family man who would always put family first. He was a man with his priorities in check. When he was deputy speaker and it was one of our birthdays, he would pause whatever it was he'd be doing, whether it be a meeting or skimming through documents, and rush to school with a cake, sing happy birthday with the security guards in the room, and say hi to our classmates, and then leave. And my classmates would go, "Atim, your daddy is so cool." And I would say, "Yes, that's my daddy." He always had the intention to make people laugh. No matter the day, people would always at least crack a smile at least once. Like on my 13th birthday when we were dancing, and he came up to the stage and decided to show some of his moves and his breakdancing skills, and he made us all laugh. He was always willing to learn and do things that us kids did. We convinced him to get on a roller coaster in Dubai. Only time he refused was when I'd asked him to go on the Leap of Faith, which is this huge water slide in Dubai. And his response was, "I already have enough faith. I don't need to leap to prove it." The first time I flew first class with him, they asked me what time I wanted to shower. I told them to first ask Daddy, because I knew if he went in first and came back, it was safe. He was my safe space. My father was a man of God. Christ was a recurring theme at home. He would say grace together with us every night before bed. God was the center of his life, and because of that, he became the center of ours. The other day, someone asked me if he ever had time for us within his busy schedule. Daddy was always there. While many of you knew him as your speaker, deputy speaker, and all the other titles he had, when he got home and we ran to welcome him from the stairs and he changed into his shorts and shirt, he stripped off all his titles and was Daddy. He was a humble man. Nothing else mattered to him except us. From the birthdays to the movie nights to going on trips together to making us all dance, he was present. One of his favorite movies was Evan Almighty. We watched that movie several times together. When he got really sick in December, I planned a family movie night for us to rewatch Evan Almighty to help cheer him up. But that night he was in too much pain, so we never got to do it. But that's the kind of man my father was, a good father. I will miss family time with him, and I'll miss father-daughter time with him. My father was an exceptional man and left a mark on every single one of us that he touched. A quote my father once said was, "The rivers and waters that separate us are not deeper than the blood that connects us." And I was blessed to have Jacob Oulanyah's blood running through my veins and pumping through my heart. And for as long as I live, I promise to try and be the person my father was and emulate his attitude and big heart. My father left us with no debts or pending expenses, no grueling burdens we have to carry, besides the task of filling his shoes. I think we can all agree that he had big shoes by the amount of footprints he left in all of our lives. But we will unite as a family and as a country to try and achieve the Uganda that my father wanted and knew we could make. In his death, we have seen a country unite. This is the type of unity he craved from us Ugandans. So let's keep this unity and not let it fade out. Daddy, as we put you to rest, I promise you this. I will become the woman you wanted me to become. I will work hard in everything I do, the Oulanyah way. I will continue the work you started and do it to the best of my ability. I will be the pediatrician you always wanted me to be. I know your body is going in the ground, but your spirit will forever live in every single heart that you have touched. You weren't an ordinary man, you were extraordinary. No one will ever be Jacob Oulanyah, and that's the truth. He came, he worked hard, he laughed, he lived, and now it's time he rests. The Lord has called Daddy to be with him, and we'll meet him again later. But for now, we have his children, what he taught us, and the country and what he taught us. Daddy, say hi to Mommy for me, because today I gained another angel. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Allow me to address you in your respected capacities in the respect of time. My name is Harold Adio Oulanyah. I am the son of Jacob Oulanyah and Dorothy. I have 4 ways to describe my father. My father was wise. My father was kind. My father was charismatic, but he was also strong. He was one of the strongest people I knew, which was why people said, "Don't mess with Jacob Oulanyah, you will feel fire." The last time I spoke to my father was March 5th, my birthday. He didn't speak. I merely answered the phone, and he started singing happy birthday to me. He sang the full song, said he loved me, take care of yourself and your younger siblings. I said I loved him, take care, I expect a full recovery. He said you'll see me soon, jumping for joy to see you after so long. And then we hung up. That was the last time I spoke to my father. My father was a kind man. He never let his positions get to his head. 2 years after becoming Deputy Speaker for the first time, he held a dinner, invited all the people he worked with, us, his family, and even the security guards who took him along all over Uganda. We sat down, we had dinner, Chinese food, his favorite. We sat and talked. He talked about his plans for the future. He always had bright things for the future of Uganda. He was a patriotic man from the very beginning to the very end. He thought about his family, his country, his friends. Respected mourners, my father was not a selfish man. You can see from the things he did. My father was not a fool. He was not. A fool cannot come from a village in northern Uganda and make his way up to the third most important person in the country, the Speaker of Parliament. I want all of us today to bury my father with the respect, honor, and dignity that he deserved. My name is Jacob Oulanyah. My family has gained an exceptional guardian angel in my father, but we already had one from my mother, the one we lost almost 13 years ago. Now they are both watching over us, and I know that we're going to be fine. Thank you very much for attending today.
I would like to draw your attention to page 4 of the tribute book. In the tribute book, Dad says, "I want my children to be proud of my name because of the good things I did for the people. Those are the things that make me work with caution when I'm handling public matters." I want to assure you that Daddy would be very proud. Okay? An oversight on my part, allow me to acknowledge the presence of Vice President, Her Excellency Jacob Oulanyah. Because of time, I want to give high-level thank you messages to the President of the Republic of Uganda, to the Parliament, to the NRM party, to Omoro, and to Uganda. Without you, my father wouldn't have been where he was. I'm going to switch to Luo, just for about 1 minute. Okay? Tony late Maraporepe. Lerada, Kono Waintie, Kono Nakita Musei Tika Kokere. Kono Tony Waintie, Kono Tika Lelo, Peka Pumu, Tony late. Tony Kono Iretie, Kono Wayu. Kogo kilega pakaka, kono wewa komo iwe. Toni kono kometie kumkum, kono i, kono toni kome, koi toni le. Everywhere way more, ki me to bed, but I don't be going away. Ante ngeo gina kita mera kuori kere. Ngeo kita mera apoyi kwede. Wera meda, wera meda. Umadoni kona, wera meda. Umadoni chinya, wera meda. Mzee, watideo, mzee, warikuch, watela, pakara, kipa Uganda. Papoya to